Well, that was weird. Can you hear me? Oh. Alright, I see what happened. So I had Twitch open in my browser, and there's a delay. So I was like, why is the music repeating itself? But that was why. Hey, so welcome to the Canadace Show. Uh, this is the Canadace Show, which must mean that I'm Canadace, your host. I guess I don't need these anymore. It's getting a little warm for the first time in the year, which is fine by this cat on his birthday. By the way, this is obviously a special stream. It is my 39th birthday today. So happy birthday to me. There were some people that wanted me to go live. And the main person was Shani, and then she was like, Canada's. I'm running a half hour behind, so I'll be there at like her time, 7:30 or so. So I was like, oh, I'll stall for time. By the way, I'm sure when she hears this, she'll be like, did you record this? Because I thought it was a text message, but that was my voice, clearly. I mean, it's... yeah. The speaking of Shani, if you're watching this, I don't think she watches the VODs. I can say whatever I want about her. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't say anything behind her back. Unless it's like, oh, she's so pretty. Anyway, don't want her to get a big head or anything. Anyway, it's so weird. Um, yeah, so I'm just killing for time. I don't think I have any viewers. In fact, I don't, because uh, actually, let's go ahead and close that. Yeah. So, um, if you happen to be watching the recording of this, so Shani is running late. I actually should go on to Discord and let them know I'm live now. I told her I'd stall for time, so. Yo, Meekseek, how's it going? Sorry about that. I'm sure that was riveting, but I didn't have any viewers, so I was just putting the word out that I was live. How's it going? I was actually talking to, well, typing, texting, whatever, Facebook messaging, Meekseek earlier today on and off, but, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if, I don't think I told you I was doing this, but, well, I'm sure I'll repeat this, so bear with me. Thank you for the happy birthday wish, Meekseek. But yeah, so I mentioned this to him already, and anyone tuning in or whatever, I'll mention it to you. So basically, what happened was I was supposed to work tomorrow, meaning I was supposed to get up at 4 a.m. tomorrow, and then work time and a half, or maybe even double time and a half. Good Friday shift, and we just got a raise, so it would have been like getting an extra bonus $500 because it would have been the new pay rate plus time and a half. But uh, in March, I had an issue with my renewal for my security guard license, so I had to resubmit part of it. And it is still pending, and it expired on my birthday, which was today. And as of right now, um, I checked throughout the day, and it's still um, in review or processing or whatever the thing said. So my until I have a security guard license, I am not allowed to be a security guard. So I'm not allowed to go into work, and my boss was thrilled to hear that. No, he wasn't. To be honest, I was kind of gonna go on the sly and just because I know they're going to approve it anyway. It's just an arbitrary thing, especially because I don't even deal with the public for one thing. like if I got out of line, I'd be getting out of line with a specific branch of the military you don't want to get out of line with. We'll put it that way. Not that you want to get out of line with any of them, but the point is they're all really big people and they all know how to fight, and I don't, and I'm not, so I lose. But yeah, it's not like I'm gonna abuse authority or whatever. And also, even if I like, that's the whole reason you have the license now, because somebody was killed in a citizen's arrest by some overzealous security guards like 20 years ago or something, and so then they implemented license system. But really, all you do every 2 years is submit paperwork, and my papers were due on my it's due on your birthday, so it was actually a year and a half roughly that I got my license. But then yeah, it became due on my birthday, and I'm sure at some point when I got it they explained that it was going to be due on my birthday, but I kind of forgot. And then just as I was getting ready to go out to Mexico, I got the notification that, hey, renew your guard license. And I was like, well, I'll take care of that when I get home. And then when I did get home, I did take care of it. But like I said, I submitted an old guarantor form instead of a current one, and they flagged that. Which again, it's like, we think my mom is gonna like rebuke it or whatever. I'm sure if she had a complaint or whatever, she would just go to the like province or whoever and be like, my son's crazy, get rid of his license, you know. So it's literally, there's no reason to do it. It should be every 4 years if they're gonna do it at all, especially if they don't have enough bureaucrats to read through everything and just stamp a paper. But yeah, so I'm a little salty because I'm missing out on all that money. But on the other hand, I guess it gives me more time for activities. Like, I got some friends that want to see a movie with me on Saturday, and I wouldn't have been able to see it, but now I think I will be able to see it. Yay. And, yeah, I was writing a script for Shani Plays' film Friends, kind of based on some of the horror movies that she was in the past. Yeah, I was doing that right when I went live, so yeah. So that's kind of fun. Plus, I was editing together all the Mexico stuff for a little while, but let's bring this in a bit tighter, maybe. Oh. Yeah. So I was editing together all the. Haven't used that in a while. It's all sticking from being in the same position for too long. But actually, let's. Anyway, I was editing together all the pictures from Instagram and Twitter and stuff, plus all the like the footage and stuff from my Mexico trip. But then I ran into Fernanda and Jonathan, the bride and groom, and she was like, "Oh, I have a bunch of HD photo, 4K or whatever photos I gotta send you from the wedding." So I was like, "All right." So I decided to wait until I get them, and I kind of it fell by the wayside. And then I was busy and stuff. Although this week I had like 4 days off or whatever, and I didn't really do a whole lot on my days off because I was like exhausted. I think the weather didn't help. It's been yesterday we had thunderstorms and somehow also freezing rain, and in a lot of places it like shut the whole from Texas all the way up to Canada down, like Quebec and stuff got really bad ice storms. My brother who lives in Ottawa, he was trying to take city transit and all the trains just stopped working. They had to go and rescue people on the train tracks. But yeah, there's no sunlight. It's all overcast like all week, and it just like sucked away my energy. Plus, you know, you work long 12-hour shifts, a bunch of them days, then you switch to nights randomly and stuff, and your internal clock is all like I can't get my internal clock to sync up, so it's kind of yeah. The pay's good though, and when I can work eventually, but yeah. And the benefits are decent. It's just, yeah, it's just And yet, I'm also the youngest person, so I shouldn't really complain because most people are in their 60s, or the oldest guy that works there is 84, but he doesn't work the 12-hour shifts. He only works 8-hour ones, but still Monday to Friday, and not on holidays or anything. But still, yeah, the other people are all in their 60s and 70s, and they all work there. Hey, Electicare. Hi, I want to off. Oh, you're a bot. Promotion of your channel viewers, followers. We're just going to go ahead and. Okay, how do I. Alright, hang on. I'm trying to figure out. They've also changed this a little bit. But I'm trying to figure out how to do the moderator stuff here. Oh, wait. I know how to do it. The old-fashioned way. There we go. Good riddance. Yeah, it was a stupid bot one. Get influencers and followers, and it also advertises bots in it, and it's like, you are a bot. And it's always the same message with a different username, and it's like, yeah, no, I know what you are. Also, I'm pretty sure if you get caught using any, even if that stuff was legit, which I don't know that it is, I think they just like trick you into buying stuff that doesn't work, and then you just bought nothing, or you buy it with crypto coin, or probably because everything shady is with crypto coin. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if you even if you get it and Twitch finds out, they'll ban you for using that kind of stuff. So yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done that, and especially because I usually I mean, granted, Shandy never or hardly ever streams anymore for one, and um, yeah, and for two, when she does, you can like hold down on the thing and click it. But I wasn't doing it from Twitch. I was doing it from a program called Streamlabs or OBS Streamlabs. So yeah, the controls are different, but the typing prompts still work. So yeah, but all right. So oh well, one thing. Well, basically the short answer is she hasn't been streaming a lot because she got into a car accident in like February, and then it took her a while to recover from that, and then she did recover, but then yeah, she's been taking so many sick days and everything. She's trying to build up her work hours. So she's been working a lot at her job and just doesn't have time to do everything that she used to do. So, because she's trying to get, say, well, one, yeah, her job, she doesn't want to get fired because she takes so many sick days. Luckily, she works for a shipping company, and pretty sure all the truckers find her cute, so it helps her to stick around. Uh, and two, she's in the office, but still. Um, and two, but even still, yeah, she doesn't want to push it further than she has to, because, and then two, yeah, she wants to go. Her family is supposed to go to Disneyland or something this year, and she has no vacation time because she used her vacation time when she ran out of sick days. So she's trying to build up her vacation time again. Oh, it was my buddy Rob. Um, but yeah, so yeah, so she's trying to log in as many hours as she can, plus bills and everything too. So that's a big thing is work, and then also trying to catch up with family life and everything. And yep. So yeah, but anyway, hopefully it works out for her and everything, and she gets a good streak going because, yeah, I don't know. If it was anyone else, I think they would have been fired by now, to be honest, from all the days she's missed. But again, I'm pretty sure that her bosses have a sweet spot for her. So, um, as long as she doesn't push it too much, she can get away with some things that other people couldn't necessarily. Ironically, when she had her accident, it was her first day back after getting sick, and whatnot, and she was finally starting to feel good enough to work, and she goes to pull into her job right near the parking lot, and she got T-boned right outside of her work. So, and then had to take a bunch more days off. And she, every time she would do something live or whatever, even like a couple of, yeah, she would be like in the middle of her stuff, so she didn't stay on very long. Um, I even talked to her a little bit, but when I was in Mexico and that, I think she felt bad because it cost me like she did like a Snapchat or something, and she was doing an update on how she was, and she kept wincing and everything and being like, "Oh, it hurts so bad." And so I was like, I texted her and was like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, that was pretty brutal. I just came home from a party and then I saw that." And she was like, "Oh," and she felt kind of bad because it cost me like 50 cents a text. So then we were talking on Discord and stuff privately for most of the trip to Mexico. So I got to, and then when I came back from Mexico and everything, um, she kind of went quiet, but she went quiet with everybody, not just me. And then when she would come back, she'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not in touch anymore, but I got a million things." And it's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I think, well, back in the day before she was quite as popular, she used to respond to every single comment and private message and everything. But then the problem is, most people, when she was really popular on Instagram before they blocked her old account, most people would, like, I think assume that she, like Rob Ford. What? I think I missed when you said that. But when she was like live on, or when she had all those Instagram followers and everything, I think because she was fairly popular, people just assumed, oh, he calls everyone back personally. Okay, well, yeah, he, yeah. Anyway, but she was like, people thought she was, because she was so popular, they assumed she wouldn't get back to them, so it wasn't a big deal. But then her reputation got such that, she actually did answer everything, and then, she'd get sick or whatever, and then she just would fall behind, and then there would be so many people trying to talk to her all the time, and every time she'd go live or whatever, "Did you read my thing? Did you see my thing? Why didn't you go on that? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you reply to that?" And then it's always like, then occasionally every now and then you'll get a, "Well, I said on my thing that blah blah blah, and you completely ignored me," and it's like, oh, guys, come on. She's like a public figure, basically. She's not going to respond to every single message. She probably replies to me the most, and I go like months without actually personally hearing from her. So, you know, but part of that too is because I like know, like, I don't expect her to reply. I'm like, "Here's the information. Get back to me when you get it." And then occasionally I'll go on and be like, "Don't forget that's there. You don't have to read it now necessarily, but just remember it's there." um, but yeah. I also like have edited videos and stuff for her on her YouTube and that. So, and I also moderate the Discord and her Twitch and stuff. So I kind of get to talk to her more because there's like part of her brand or whatever that we have to talk about sometimes. So it's like quote unquote business call or whatever. But yeah, I think people think I talk to her like every day and they get really upset with me. And it's like, no, that's not what happens. She's not ignoring you. That's just because there's 8 million people that all sent messages to her over the last 6 months that she's still trying to get caught up with. And she just can't do it anymore. So, relax. She's got a life outside of you, person. But anyway, whatever. So yeah, at one point, actually, speaking of kind of changing topics a little bit, her vacation, she was saying if her family cancels the thing, she kind of was thinking about doing a trip with some of the OGs. So I went on her last stream. She was talking about possible vacation ideas. So I did a brief like pro con list of some of them and sent it to her. And one of the things was I was like, I don't think you'll ever do this, which is why I'm putting this on here. But technically, if you ever wanted to surprise me, the way you would do it would be through get in touch with Meekseek69 because you know my mom and stuff. You you live in a town with one of two nearby ish international airports to me. So if she didn't go to your airport, she'd go to the other one. Which literally you would have to drive by like both airports on your way to my house. Plus, you could get my key from my mom because even if she's like, well, I don't know about Shani or whatever, you are one of those he can do no wrong people in my mom's eyes. When I when I said, oh, that's Anthony Fragomini, she was like, oh. When I was having lunch with her when you sent me the message earlier. So if you said, don't worry, I know Shani, she's all right, and we want to surprise Adam. And again, nobody's ever done this before. I don't think it will ever happen. But the only reason I'm telling you this is because if she ever did get in touch with you, you'd be like, what the hell, man? But yeah, so I laid out this whole thing, and I don't believe that anything will come of it. In fact, I don't even know if she'll read the document. And it was all about like other trips too, some of which don't even involve me. They were just trips she wanted to do, and I was like, well, here's what I could find for flights. And she wanted to go see Nico in Germany, but she's like afraid of airplanes, kind of. So I was like, there's a cruise ship line that goes from, oh, what port was it? There's a port in Texas where they have ships that go to Europe. So I was like, you can take the cruise ship and then get on a train and go see Nico. Actually, one of the destinations was in Germany. I think one of them was even in Hamburg, which is like an hour or two drive. Yeah, Galveston, I think, is it, actually. But I think it's an hour or two drive from Nico's town. Is where there's a port and they have ships that once in a while go there. I think most of them go to southern Germany, yeah, but there's one that goes all the way up and around to the northern part of Germany in the Black Sea where he is. So, yeah. So yeah, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be there, but it might not be until half past or later." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." It was kind of originally on one of her last stream or whatever, or not her last one, but the one before that. She was like, "We gotta do something for your birthday," and I was like, "I gotta work the next day, so I gotta get up at 4 a.m. So probably not. Sorry, because you're working during the day, so it won't work out." But now. Yeah, now it's like, well, I got time because, yeah. All right, let's see what. 2386. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, did we lose Meekzeek? Oh well. He must have seen me on my phone and was like, fine. No, I don't think it registers that quick if they drop off the face of the earth, so I suspect. Where's Froggy? Oh, yeah, he said. What did he say? I'll try to be there if I'm not out cold from working to dag, and then he corrected it and said today.
Incoming text.
Oh. Sorry, I'm. Yeah, so. Oh, yeah, that is my. Well, I recorded that because my brother, when he lived with me, he hates corny stuff like that. So he was like, "You," because I kept getting like text notifications, and I forget what the default one is, but it's just like whooping whooping or whatever, right? And he was like, your text notifications are so generic. How do you even know if it's a text or whatever? It's the same alert for everything. And then he went in the bathroom. So then while he was in there, I was like, I hit the record app. I was like, incoming text. And then set it up, and somehow he didn't hear it. So then it was a little while later happened, and then when I got the next text, it said that, and he was like, "Was that?" And then every time I get that, he'd be like, "Oh, it's so whatever." But I purposely did it because I knew it would annoy him, and I thought it was funny. Plus, it is handy to have because I know exactly what's happening. I was at one point going to be like, incoming email, or like do one for everything, but then I was like, nah. Yeah, so yeah. So anyway, well, you actually know my brother too, I mean, a little bit. So yeah, you can totally see him being like, ugh. He's 4 years younger than me, so on in June he's gonna be turning uh, 35. Yeah, so yeah, I had to think about that for a second. So yeah, yeah, I did know that actually because he's catching up to my friend Lucas, who passed away sadly when he was 36. So yeah, well, he went to Bayside, but he used to have to get off the bus at Centennial, and then he'd hang out. I don't know actually, because we're only 4 years difference. I don't know why he would have to be at Centennial, but he used to be in like the audience sometimes, and that when we do rehearsals for plays and stuff like that. When we were doing after school activities, a lot of times he would be there. Well, especially the first couple of years, and then I guess yeah, because I guess he would have been about 12ish or so when I started Centennial, so he wasn't really old enough to look after himself. So, because he'd get off the bus at Centennial and then transfer onto the same bus as me anyway. So, from time to time, he would instead of transferring buses, he would just go into the school. So, yeah, he was one of those people you see hanging around, and then yeah, and then he eventually yeah, he was he wanted to be in French immersion, so but which he wanted to be in it because it paid better when you got a job, but then he dropped out of college twice and stuff, so he might have been, I don't know. He did have kind of blondish hair at one point. I wonder if I have any. I doubt I have any pictures of him. Where was it? There was a picture of him when he was a teenager somewhere. Um, this used to be his computer, so I don't know if I have any pictures of him. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I want to go into the actual file. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, the point is, yeah, he did have.
Incoming text.
There it goes again. He did have kind of, yeah, he did have blonde hair for a while actually. 613 is confusing. If I hit Toronto area code, yeah, yeah. So yeah, where was it? Oh, actually, hold on. I know where there's a picture of him. Hang on a second. We could have to do this old school here, but just a second. All right, thanks for waiting. I was just about to give up, and then I just happened to walk past it. All right, hang on. So, I don't know if you can see him well, but do you remember when I went through a brief goth phase in grade 10? Anyway, the kid in the sunglasses is my brother, if this thing would focus. Turn the ring light off. This camera. Yeah. Oh. All right. So I don't know if you can see it, but that's my brother. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't know if you remember those days, but yeah, I thought I was pretty badass. Oof. I blame Daniel Wright because he was kind of goth and made it seem cool, but then when I tried to do it, it was lame because I just had like, yeah, I even put bicycle gloves with the fingers cut off on and put black acrylic paint on my fingernails because I thought it looked cool with the matte black texture. Uh yeah, I wasn't goth for very long. I kind of gave it up. I was like, I'm not doing this right. Even I knew I wasn't cut out for me, so yeah. But that's what my brother looks like. I don't know if you're still. Are you even there? I think sometimes this thing says there's no viewers when there actually are viewers. So it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, good. I'm still live, still recording. So, all right. This is probably gonna cause an echo. Oh no, I turned the sound off. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm I was still streaming. Actually, what was it I was looking for? I don't know. Whatever. Oh yeah, I remember what I was looking for. Yeah, so for some reason this doesn't notify people when I go live. I don't know if that's like a bot that Shani has that does that or what. But yeah. Oop. So now we're at the part of the show where I sit around and wait, because the longer you're on, the more viewers you get. So if there's a lull and you wait long enough, eventually people will see in the previews that you are there and they might tune in. Oh, intermission again. What in the blue? That's weird. Maybe Meekseek is taking an intermission. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's driving through a tunnel. Copyright strike. See, this is when things like this happen. It's like, this is when I think maybe I should play video games or something. But, yeah. In theory, we've been talking about doing, nobody can hear me probably, but maybe somebody will catch us on the video on demand. We've been talking about, plus it's good if people come in if I'm already talking. We've been talking about doing another one of our squad videos, which was one of my favorite things that I've done. And I can do it so much better now if I have enough time to set everything up. So I kind of want to do that. I'm hoping that, but then again, we talked on and off about doing it all of last year, because we did it in October 2021. We did two of them. We did one in the summer and then one in October. And then all of 2022, pretty much, we talked about doing a second one and we didn't. But now we're talking about it again, so maybe the idea isn't dead anyway, but I guess it's just the leg. Every time I turn my head, it looks like I gotta... Oh, there he is! Yeah, it's still, the viewer count is off too. So, unless, yeah, so, welcome back, Meekseek. But, yeah, it's hard to tell when people are actually in or not. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I was just saying, it looks kind of like there's a bruise or something here. It's trying to, but I think it's a shadow. Well, yeah, it doesn't feel weird or anything if I do that. It just feels normal. I wonder. Let's just take a gander at the old Canada's Twitch stream for a second. Make sure it's not going all crazy. Gotta wait for it to load. Hey, what the hell? Squinny? What the? One moment. Pokemon. I don't even know who that is. Why? One second here. Hang on. Just to cut and pick. What? That was weird. It loaded somebody else's stream. There we go. There I am. Yeah, looks like everything's normal. Oops. Yeah, everything looks fine on my end. There's a delay, of course. But, what the hell? Is Meekseek's phone having like a stroke? Intermission. Intermission. Hello, candidates. Are you okay? Intermission. What? I I've been back for a while. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have him just refresh or something. No. Sorry. Didn't want to go into stories. All right. Is it looking weird on your end or something? I'm sending that to Meekseek. I actually want to be careful not to. Although, even if I do this, you can't see his name. I'm pretty sure. Nope. For a brief second. Intermission again. Meekseek, what? Oh, wait, no, that's. What? Canada. Meekseek, are you okay? Oh, is he just messing? Are you just messing with me? Yeah. Okay, well, either way, I tuned into the broad. Oh, okay, yeah. Hardy har har. Just like when I found out who Meekseek's true identity was, and then it was somebody I actually knew. Which is something like, you know, the like Batman comics and stuff. They're always like, at last we'll find out who it is, and then it's like, well, you don't know that. You pull the mask off the guy, and it's some Joe you've never seen before. Chances are, right? They don't address that in comics enough. Not that I read comics really anymore, but oh shit, froze on me. I don't know. Let's hold it. I had to hit play again. Ah. Okay, so I don't know if you saw this, but this is the picture I went to get. So, remember when I went through that brief goth phase in high school? In grade 10? Anyway, the kid with the sunglasses is my brother. And the kid with the stupid... The kid that thought he was so damn hardcore is me. With the spiky black hair and the... Hey. Ooh, whoa, careful, he's scary. I didn't admit that picture, but I wore, the first day of school that year, I wore black bicycle gloves with the fingers cut off, and I had black acrylic paint on my fingernails because I thought the matte black looked cool, and also because I couldn't get my hands on black nail polish. So, yeah. At Centennial. Yeah, well, you remember Daniel Wright. He pulled off the goth look. He pulled off the goth look in our earlier days well enough that I thought I could do it, I think. But in the first year or whatever, the first little bit of high school, I was like, the goths, well, especially in grade 9, but the goths were like the only kids that were like nice to me. And even though the only goth that I hung out with was Dan Wright, and he wasn't a goth he was, well, I guess the first couple years he was pretty heavy into that. But then by senior year, he was like the most clean cut guy, which is hilarious. But, yeah. It was a short lived, because with the black finger paint, nail polish stuff and everything, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of a poser, aren't I? So then I knew it was time to quit. So that was the end of my goth phase. Ooh, we've got another viewer. Who is it? Could it be... Actually, you know what? One way to cheat, find out. Although, oh yeah. Oh. Oh, okay, wait a second. Nope. Maybe you have to comment for that to work. We got 3 viewers though. One of them is me, because I tuned in a thing. One is Meekseek. So I'm guessing it's Studebaker Haas or Shani. It could even be, shoot, when I did my week of streams, oh, what was that girl's name that was in all my streams? She had 2 usernames. I remembered her name for like right up until now. Oh shoot, what was her name? Bailey! Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I wonder what happened to her because when I eventually came back, I even went on Twitter and stuff to be like, I'm coming back on this date because just so that that girl would see it. But yeah. But also, I don't think this notifies people. Oh, well, no, you found it, so I guess it tells you when I'm live. But yeah, either way, I think she went to one of Shani's streams and saw the boobs and was like terrified and ran away. Why didn't you get her social media and chat with her? Well, the last time I ever talked to her was the big reveal episode, and she was like, "Well, I'll let you guys go so you can chat." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah. Well, I plan on coming back, so da da da." And she's like, "Yeah, for sure." And then I never talked. I never like. I didn't know that she was gonna just like vanish. Hope she's okay, but yeah. So I was like, well, that's the end of that, I guess. And different times I'm like, I wonder if. But yeah, no, I think Shani did because I'm pretty sure actually maybe it was after that she went to one of Shani's streams and just it was so much going on compared to mine that she was like, and you know, the girl was like, eep. I think she just, well, there he is. I can't say last name brothers. I was just showing a picture of me in grade 10. Well, Meekseek, I gotta be very careful not to use either of your real names. I'm really trying, guys. If I do it by accident, I'm sorry. But, just so used to obviously doing that in my real life. But Meekseek was like, we were talking about my brother, and he's like, I don't know if I remember him. And I'm like, well, he went to Bayside, but sometimes he would come because of babysitting issues or whatever. He would sometimes, because he had to transfer buses at Centennial, so he'd get off the Bayside bus onto the same bus I would take to go home. But sometimes he'd get off the Bayside bus and hang out in the auditorium or whatever while we were doing play practice or whatever. Because I guess we were supposed to go to our grandparents' house after or something. Or he didn't have a key or something stupid like that. Probably lost his keys or whatever and would just hang out. So he did used to come to Centennial. So then Meekseek was like, it's like, don't think of zebras, whatever you do. Meekseek, sorry, was like, wasn't he the little blonde kid? So I went and found this picture, because I didn't have anything on my computer or whatever of him. Because if I showed you a picture of him now, you wouldn't know it was him, because he looks way different now. He's got a big bushy beard and everything. So he's the one with the sunglasses. That was during my very brief, of only a few months, goth phase. Come on. I wish this thing had a focus on it. This camera is good as a starter camera, but I'm already thinking more and more all the time that it's time to upgrade to something, but I don't really know what. Because the next logical step would be to get like a DSLR or something, but they're expensive. But I've been wanting to get one since I was in the video program over at Loyalist, because I want to make movies, but I have a bunch of vintage camera. Oh, that was something I wanted to do. Maybe now that I have all this freaking spare time until my guard license gets approved and I'm allowed to go back to work again, maybe I should go up to Kingston. There's a camera shop I wanted to check out. But see if they can clean up my old 8mm Bolex camera, which is pretty sweet. But yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I don't really have any. Excuse me. Sorry. My camera that I used to use, I pretty well retired it. You mean Roloffs? Yeah. No. One, he's kind of a jerk, and two, he doesn't fix them. He doesn't know how to open them up and clean them out or whatever. In fact, because it's the closest mail place to me, I've been there before and been like, in the glass display case, oh, is that like a Nikon whatever? I forget even what kind of camera it was, but there's some like cool old 35mm photography. Oh, another bot. No, it isn't. I know that username, but it's what the? I know who that is, but the message is like, get a Logitech C9 to 100 perfectly fine for streaming. Oh yeah, no, I know who you are. I don't know if you want me to say your real name. I was just talking to our friend Jonathan McFall about you, actually. I think. Unless I got you mixed up with somebody else. I'll put it this way. Did you beat my work record at the movie theater? No, wait. No, I'm thinking of somebody else. Never mind. Either way, I did recognize the name. I just got the wrong person with it. Yeah, so this is my birthday. Suki Ninja. Yeah, you aren't from the Belleville crew originally, are you? No, okay. No, somebody had an Xbox Live account with like a really close to your name, and for a second I was thinking it was them. But what was his handle? He used to work with me at the movie theater, and when I worked there, I had the record for the longest working employee at that theater, and he beat me. I was there 11 years, and he was there longer than that. He didn't quit until the pandemic, which is insane that he was there that long, because he started in like 2005 or something like that, and he didn't quit until like 2020. But he had other jobs. He only worked like one night a week there just so he could still get the free movies. I'm pretty sure I thought he might have got assistant. No, he was trying to get assistant manager, and I'm pretty sure when he didn't, he just kind of And then the theater basically closed down and everything, so I think that was when he decided it was time to move on. But yeah, he kind of fell off the face of the earth. I was just saying to my friend Jonathan, we were talking about him, and even like he used to stay in touch with Jonathan quite a bit, and even Jonathan hadn't talked to him in a while. Last I saw him, we were gonna get drinks, and then right after that, the first lockdown happened, and then so we didn't get drinks. We were waiting, and then I just like lost touch with him. So I still owe you a drink wherever you are. What was his name? It was something like Suki Ninja. But yeah, you I know from, well, that's what happens when you get older. I just turned 39, can you believe it? But, so, yeah, one year left until I'm the big 4-0. So, yep. I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds like, yeah, you old bastard. Yeah, wait until August, smart fella. Words are hard. Yes. It sounds like my neighbors are like unhinging the pipes below me. I don't know why. I have a feeling because they got evicted. I have a feeling that they're. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm trying to be quiet because these floors are paper thin, but I'm just gonna. Hello, welcome to Canadace's ASMR. This probably is really annoying and sounds terrible, but the neighbors downstairs, got evicted, so I have a feeling that we're gonna get some shenanigans because they're mad about being evicted, so they're gonna probably trash the place. Anyway, I'll hear that later when I watch the what you call it, VOD. Suki Ninja. Using their pipes. Unhinge their pipes, show them who's boss. Yeah, well, that's what I'm afraid they might be doing. I'll like flush my toilet, and all of a sudden a geyser will spring up in my living room. Oh no! Yeah. Oh, thanks. Can't unhinge pipes if you beat them to it. Yeah, that'll show them. Except actually, I have to, like, all mine are like between the floorboards and the next floor. There's a couple areas where I can get into the downstairs pipes, but when my pipes freeze, but there was a squirrel in there once, and I don't want to. I have a little cover under my bathroom sink that you can pull off. I had it off to air it out, and one time I was going to the bathroom after my pipes had thawed, it like frozen, but I left it open so they didn't freeze again. And then as I'm going to the bathroom, I look down and I just see this gray squirrel head starting to come out. I said, "Hey, what are you doing in here?" Like, I don't know why. And the squirrel was like, "Well, I'm sorry." I went back in, and then I just put the panel back over and was like, "Yeah, hopefully the pipes don't freeze again." But I'm not going to be leaving that off anymore. But yeah, that was a couple years ago though, so maybe. But if one could get in, probably more could. But it's just funny. You just slowly see this nose coming out of a gray squirrel, and then, whoop, oh hey, well, I'll be going. Just like, I guess squirrels can feel awkward too. Oh, whoa. Whoa, what the heck? My computer just completely glitched out and came back, but it seems to be okay. Do I still have the stream up? No. Huh. Did you guys see anything on your end? Like, did the screen flicker or anything? Because the TV went all nuts, and then this monitor went like, and I was like, uh-oh, and then it came back on, and I was like, oh, and then that monitor was all like, yeah, whoop, yeah, I think there was a tiny gray man with big eyes popped up behind you for a sec, but everything else was normal. Oh, you know what that probably was I was gonna say, were you there when? But no, this is your first time chatting. Are you one of Shani Plays' crew? It's like out of context half the time. I'm like, I think that's who you are. But yeah. Cara Compredo crew. Oh, okay. I don't know who that is, but sure. Suki Ninja. Suki Ninja. Musician from New Hampshire. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you know Studebaker and Meekseek, I'm guessing. So I probably know who you are. Suki Ninja. God damn it. What? That name is so familiar. I'm so bad with names though, like honestly. Usually it's the reverse, where I'll know the person, I just won't remember their name. And this one I remember the name, I just don't remember who it belongs to. I don't know anyone here. Okay. Well, I unless by coincidence you have the same name as my friend, which would blow my mind because he had that Xbox. He actually, when the Xbox One came out, before it was on sale even, he won a contest in Doritos and got an Xbox One before they even went on sale. The bastard. But, Discover Canada is the king. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were. Yeah. That name is so familiar, it's driving me bananas. Oh, sorry, hang on a second. It's driving me bananas. I can't do it like Rowan Atkinson does. The way he says bananas is like bananas. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it said it was your first time chat, and I was like, I could have sworn that we talked to each other before. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I remember that. But also, yeah, my friend, like I said, I don't know why I randomly, I guess just because of the first time chat or whatever, it threw me. But yeah, my friend had a name that was either Suki Ninja or something pretty damn close to Suki Ninja. I don't want to say his name because doxing, and also because people who don't consent to, like Meekseek, for example, which is okay, but people who are like not comfortable with sharing their real name tend to not appreciate it when you do that. Say it. Oh, I would never betray Gordon Fraser like that. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry, I have a gourd in my freezer. I mean, a frog in my throat. Damn it! Yeah. Tell him he still owes me a drink if you do dox him. When you're outside of his house, like being wearing like purge masks with the signs or whatever, and he freaks out, then tell him also, oh, by the way, Adam Dingman, you owe him a drink. And then he'll be like, Dingman? And you're like, no, it's unrelated. I'm actually here to kill you, though. But, or steal all your stuff or whatever. No, he probably would. If you, like, were pranking him, he would find that funny. But he wouldn't, on the lead up to it, though. I mean, he would hate that. But then once you're like, oh, this is a prank I got sent here, but then he'd be like, oh, found his wife and his social insurance number and his little dog, too. Oh, his girlfriend. He had a longtime girlfriend who, the last time I spoke to him, one of the reasons I was getting a drink with him was because he broke up with his longtime girlfriend, and I'm pretty sure she took their dog. That's a low blow, Suki Ninja, unless you are him, in which case, obviously you're allowed to make fun of yourself, but I don't think you are. But what was his name? It was something ninja, and I'm pretty sure it was something very close to that. I wonder if there's a way I can... Yeah, I'm not going to try to look into my Xbox Live account and everything. What was his name? On Xbox. I don't know what to believe anymore, Suki. Yeah. I'm trying to think. It's like, what were you wearing the first time we met? Oh wait, you wouldn't remember that. It was a... Yes, I beat your record. 14 years. Yeah, okay. And by the way, How what the fuck, lady? Say my real name, man. Not cool. Yeah. Yeah. I was going crazy because I was like, what? What are the odds? Also, why? Because you've been a follower. I've talked to you on these before. I think at the time I was like, that name's familiar. But yeah. Oh, congratulations. Yeah. Sorry about bringing up your ex and your dog. But it was like 3 years ago, so hopefully things are better. But I was like, ooh, that's a low blow when the person doesn't realize it. But yes, because you are the person, it's okay. Her and I still talk. Oh, good. Oh, well, that's good, I guess. But yeah, I was like, oh man. But yeah, we were talking about you when we were in Mexico, and I was like, damn it, I want to see Gord. I haven't seen him in like forever, and we were gonna grab a drink, and then this stupid pandemic ruined everything, and now I have no idea how to contact him. And Johnny was like, no, I went to Jonathan McFall's wedding in Mexico because his bride is from there, so I stayed at her family's place, and then they got married. But yeah, no, he's still in Belleville, but his wife is from there. So we went down, and then I came back, and him and her went on their honeymoon all over Mexico, and then they came back, and actually we go to the same gym now, which is crazy. Yeah, that's right. Yep, I'll see you in Manzanillo. Yeah, or maybe we'll just all move into the Il Navidad Resort, which actually would be a lot safer probably, but yeah, less local color there, but still. Um, anyway, yeah, so yeah, so I was like, he was like, oh, well, actually, I don't know if I can get in touch with him either. He always, right, Gibraltar? Yeah, that's nice. It's near closer to Spain though, but it's also very. It's the most famous thing about that now, aside from the fact that it like basically halted the Italians in their tracks in World War II. But the famous thing about Gibraltar now is that it is has that road that goes through the main runway of the international airport there. So they have to have like railroad crossing things come down, and then a 747 jumbo jet will taxi past, and then they'll come back up again. It is the weirdest looking thing. Oh, thanks, dude. A Baker Hutch. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. Originally, I wasn't going to live stream today because I was supposed to work tomorrow, but my security guard license, there's a hiccup while I'm waiting for it to be renewed. The paperwork is just sitting on some person's desk, probably, or in their computer, I guess. They haven't got around to me yet, and it expires today, so I can't go into work until it's ready. So the fact that I didn't get it today means I can't work my $500 bonus time and a half Easter shift that I was scheduled for. But say la vie. It's not like I'm losing $500. It's just like I would have got an extra $500. So that is frustrating, but no use crying over spilled milk or lost $500. Oh, well, we have fun here on the Canada Goose podcast. Yeah, so well, actually, you probably don't want to tell me on the live stream, but you know how to contact me, Suki, or Gord, because I've already said your real name. But I had a feeling it was you when you were like, do it. I was like, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry, no, my bad. Anyway, yeah. So you don't live, you moved out of the, you moved out of the area. Um, yeah. We'll talk about it some other way. I'm curious where you ended up and everything. And if you're in the Ottawa area, my brother lives there. So yeah, you could. I when I go down to Orleans to visit him, maybe I could see it. Quinny West area. Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know why I thought you. I guess because a lot of people just randomly move out to the Ottawa Valley, so I don't know. I don't know why I thought you were there, but yeah, I don't know. I think Ottawa is kind of a dull, dull town. Studebaker's like, "Hey, I'm still here." No, but yeah, he doesn't live in Ottawa, but he lives close enough to Ottawa that he'd be insulted. But but yeah, so we should grab a drink one of these days. I don't know when, but be nice to catch up with you. Oh, Nug of Snug is here. How's it going? Long time no see. Yeah. Nug is coming from inside the house. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Sorry. Guess I got a little excited on my birthday. Well, I wonder if Shani is going to come in or not because she texted me and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be late, but I'll be there." So, uh, anyway, it doesn't really matter because now that I don't have to work tomorrow, I can stay up as late as I want. That's if I have time. I'm living busy life these days. Yeah, before the stupid guard license came up, I'm a security guard, by the way, at the base, just in case you're wondering. Uh, you probably already knew because I'm pretty sure I've talked to you. But anyway, yeah, I'm a commissioner, but now I'm not allowed to work until I get this stupid license renewal thing sorted out. But yeah, welcome to the Canadace birthday party. I'm your host, Canadace, and this is my birthday party. But it's my birthday today, actually, just in case you're wondering. Yeah, actually, speaking of my birthday, one of the reasons we were talking about you, Suki Ninja. Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't know I was gonna have a birthday anything, because I thought I was gonna have to get up at 4 a.m. tomorrow, so I wasn't planning on streaming. That's why it's a surprise birthday stream because it's a surprise to me that I was able to do it. But thank you, by the way. But yeah, so one of the I don't know, the last good birthday I had was. This is gonna make sense in a second. Just bear with me. The last good birthday I had was a shitty one because I was like, I had to stay late at the college to finish a stupid project. I don't even remember what. I don't remember if it was radio or if it was TV or what, but the buses were gone, or done, or whatever. So I had to walk home. It was pouring rain, and then as I was walking home, it took me like a good hour or more to walk home. And as I was walking home, cars were going past, and the big puddles, were splashing on me and stuff. And it was like the worst birthday ever. And then Suki Ninja caught wind of how just sad I was on my birthday, and he arranged a birthday party with my friend Lucas, and I think there was some other people there. We went over and we watched movies and we played video games, and it was to this day, I think one of the nicest things anyone's ever done for me. And I was talking about that in Mexico, and I was like, that really meant a lot to me. Even 10 or whatever years later. Oh, yeah. One of the ones we watched was, what was it? Zombie strippers or something? And we were like, I don't know, Gord. And then I ended up actually getting into it. And I was like, actually, this is hilarious. And the Robert England or whatever was the bad guy, the guy who plays Freddy Krueger and stuff. And it was like, yeah, we know what we are. But that movie was one of the worst B-rated movies. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the one. The Steven Seagal. I forgot about that. That was the one where he just like it was like a really long, boring scene, and I don't even think he was in it. And he just walks up and he goes, he has a katana for some reason they didn't have before. So he just turns and goes, "My name is Kane," and then the music's just like, and I was like, no, 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 you didn't earn that. It was just like. But then it was like this long, boring dialogue in that scene, and he goes, "My name is Kane," and it's like, what? What? Oh man, and we were like, where did that come from? So then we kept saying like random stupid. I think you for a while were going like, "And you are my son," like. We were riffing off of like nonsensical things that didn't really fit in the scene. And so it was like all these like random things that weren't related, and then I studied with the Native Americans. Bum bum and it was like had nothing to do with what we were talking about. Oh man. Was that we also for some reason we both used to play pranks on the like new kids, and we convinced one of them that the phrase feta cheese was like slang for cool, and so we'd say feta cheese all the time when we meant cool, just to screw. And so all of the new people, when they would start, they would like start using it because they thought it was like the thing to do at the theater, because we got all the other people to do it too, but you and I started that. Oh man, we were dumb kids, weren't we? Those were the days. Yeah, it would be nice to see you again. Oh yeah! I was waiting for our person that told me to stream and then was like, wait, I gotta come home late. Stay on the stream. I was like, I'll kill for time. But I've got the old, if I can get it to point towards the camera, Pop Shops. I've got black cherry and red cream soda. That's totally feta cheese. Yeah, do you remember that? Oh man, we used to do things like that all the time, and the fact that people would think we like people would actually fall for it, and not always just the teenagers either, but like some of the older people. Is my microphone falling off the table that it's clamped to? Oh well, we'll find out. I guess it's solid, but it's a weird angle, but I guess it's okay. Yeah, we did that and then randomly we would say it. I think the last time you said it, I forgot and we did it, and I was like, what? And then I went in the theater and I sat down and started watching the movie, and then all these memories started to come back, and I was like, oh yeah, fetish, I remember now. And then I was like practically like, Gord, wait. No. But, yeah. Yeah, Suki beat my record, the little bastard. I was there for 11 years. He was there for 14. So. Alright, let's see if... Anyway, yeah, so... so Gord and I, because he started... When did you start? What year did you start? Do you remember? I owned Cineplex. Actually, one of the last times that Meekseek saw me at the theater, he was like, Shaughnessy, what are you still doing? By now I thought you'd be running this place. I was like, yeah, I should probably quit soon. So many things I peed on there that I claimed as my own. Oh, that's why my drink cups always tasted funny. Started there 17 years ago. Alright. What year was it 17 years ago? He said, knowing how to do math, but not wanting to. Alright, hang on. It's 2023 now, so 2013. 2006. Okay, yeah, I thought it was 5 originally. And then I was even like, was it 5? Did he start a year after me? But I guess it was 2 years. I was already there for 2 years no, 3 years when you started. Because I started in '03. I got that job after I finished high school and then moved closer to Belleville. Um, yeah, I started in November, so yeah. But I remember you were one of the first, like the first wave that I worked with all left, and you were like one of the first ones in the. Oh, she replied. You were one of the first ones on the second wave, I remember. Or... Yeah, so you were like the second wave or whatever that started, and then you stayed there right up until the end for me, and then I kept going. You- Uh, oh, she had to babysit her nephew, but she said if I'm still on, she'll come by. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. Only snuck once or twice. Yeah, I was pretty hardcore about that. They used to call me the. You told me to wear an onion on your belt. It was uniform. Yep, because that was the style at the time. Of course, we didn't use hemp ropes or anything. Back then, we used to get paid in wooden nickels that had bees on them. You'd say, give me 2 bees for an onion, because that was the style at the time. I just saw that clip recently. That it still holds up. It's really funny. Also, I was like, pretty sure I've been accused of being Grandpa Sims. I'm getting more and more like him all the time. It's only a matter of time before I before I start yelling at clouds. All right, so yeah, but man, this is like old home week. I'm glad though because my birthday sucked. It didn't suck. It just nothing happened, and I mean, granted, most of my friends don't live in the area anymore, so it's like my family sometimes wants to do things for my birthday, and it's like I don't know. I kind of don't. I went out to lunch with my mom, but have you tried telling it not to suck? No, but I mean, it's like, I don't know. I want to do things with people my own age, but the problem is most of the people my age, I'm not, like, don't live in the same town as me anymore. So it's tricky to do that. So, like, 2 streams ago on my friend Shani's show that I won't shut up about, um, she was like, oh, Canadays, are you doing anything for your birthday? And I was like, well, she was like, we should do something. And I was like, well, maybe I could stay up a little later. And then, and then yeah. And then last stream, she didn't mention it. So I was like, well, maybe she forgot or whatever. And then, yeah, today she was like, hey. And I was like, oh, yeah, actually. It turns out it worked out for the best. So if you want, yeah, I'll stream if you're going to be there. Even if she wasn't, I was planning on streaming anyway. But 2 of the other people from that group haven't shown up. But usually it's the other way around. It was when I first started, all the people in my IRL hashtag Bell Vegas life, formerly, because most of them don't live here anymore. People like Meek Zeke, who I didn't know at the time, but I didn't know it was him at the time, I should say, and stuff came on here. But when I first, I don't know, maybe Meek Zeke wasn't on yet when I started streaming, but people that were from that Shani Plays group came on, and I got a decent turnout. But all the people from that I said they were going to come on Facebook and stuff didn't. So I was like, what? Suki, I was undercover. Yeah. Yeah, did you ever... I put the thing on my YouTube channel. I don't know if you watch my YouTube channel anymore. It's been 1,000 years now. But Yeah, I posted a clip of Meekseek. I actually did a bigger version of it, but it after that went into a montage of my my yearbooks with copyrighted music. So I gave a copy of that to Meekseek, and I think to Meekseek's brother, whom I also knew, and to Shani heard about it and was like, I want to see it. So I sent it to her, and she was like, that's really beautiful. And if she came on at that moment, she'd be like, hey, I don't sound like that. I'm actually from Texas and kind of sassy. No, she isn't, but she is from Texas, but I don't know about the sassy part. Adam Daniel Dingman, I don't appreciate you talking about me like that. Woo! My voice is getting really high pitched. That's Shani. There's a lot of resonance. Oh yeah, sorry. I should have known better. Yeah, the springs. I shouldn't touch this thing. I kind of forgot about that. Sorry about that, because I don't have the. Because it's like awkward when you're like talking. There's a delay, and yeah, it sucks. So I just take them off. And then when I listen back later, I'm like, idiot, stop touching the microphone stand, you fool! But what can you do? Alright, buddy, I got a jet. Happy birthday again. Yeah, it was great talking to you, Suki. I'm glad that you came on and everything. It was really good to talk to you again. I've been wanting to catch base with you for a while, and like I said, I talked about you a lot in Mexico, so... Jonathan says hi. He was like, basically like, whichever one of us talked to you first was going to say hi on the other's behalf, so I did, so I am. I'll let him know that I said hi for him. And you'll be like, what? He never said passed any messages on, or whatever. Yeah, no, we were both kind of getting nostalgic for you. And neither of us knew what became of you, which is like, I thought you stayed in touch with him. I thought he liked you more than me. And John was like, well, no, I don't know, he just didn't. Anyway, it was good to hear from you again. We each saw each other in passing. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know. But anyway, good luck with everything, and we'll have to catch up. I'm curious as to what you're up to these days, but I can see not wanting to broadcast it online, even though I'm not like a huge channel or anything. And everybody in the chat right now, as far as I know, has lived in the greater Belleville area at some point in their lives. Except there's 4 viewers now, so one of them might be from Texas, but we'll see. Thanks. Same to you. But yes, we will catch up sometime. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, I mean, it was nice to, especially on my birthday, when I have such a fond birthday memory of you. It sounds kind of sad because it was like 10 years ago or whatever, but it was the last, I credit it as being the last good birthday I had before all my adult birthdays. And like, yeah. So, I mean, it's okay spending birthday with your mom and your extended family, I guess, but I don't know. It's just nice to have, to spend it with friends, you know? Yeah, have more good birthdays planned than to go. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. I'm just saying, lately it's been kind of sucky, but I'm sure. Or Suki? No. Anyway, yeah. Take care. We'll be in touch. Like I said, you know how to reach me. Facebook Messenger is a thing I use all the time, so you can reach out there or something. I don't really play Xbox, but I guess I have it on PC. But yeah. Anyway. Alright, am I gonna crack one of these open? Okay, so are we doing I think I already know which one I want, but are we doing the red cream soda or the black cherry? I thought I'd ask the group before I just opened it, but I'm pretty sure I know which one I want. I want the... Oh! Interesting! Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. So far, chat, and by chat I mean one person in chat, is voting for black cherry, but I picked up the cream soda. So do I go with the group consensus, or do I go with what I want? And how much further can I squint before my eyes are just closed, and also I pass out? uh, yeah, that was. This ring light makes it look a lot better, but on the other hand, I can't see. It's like everything is all rings. Whenever I close my eyes, it's just purple and blue rings everywhere. Save the cherry for Nug. Yeah, okay. Here you go, Nug of Snug. If somehow it went through the camera into the screen, that would be amazing. But oh, you're welcome. Yeah, the black cherry is one of my favorites, but I don't know why. I'm just like, maybe it's just because the bright red or whatever. When you're thirsty, right? You gotta love like an authentic like higher quality cream soda. Just that cotton candy-ish smell. So this is the Pop Shop Canadian classic staple, and that's supposed to be a dollop of cream, not the poop emoji. Yep. Yeah. I was at the convenience store and I wanted to get some drinks and I was like, well, nothing really. But the pop shop's good and it's super cheap, so I got it and then I didn't drink it that day. So then I was like, oh, I've got something for my stream now. This is a Canadian brand, so I was gonna show it off to since 1969. See, it's even got a little maple leaf on it. The stupid camera. But yeah, I was gonna show it off to my Texan friend, Shani, who was supposed to be in here, but I don't know. She's babysitting, so she said she was. Uh, I have to babysit my nephew. I don't know why she sounds like she's more from Georgia or whatever, but which I wasn't expecting, but I can hop on for a little bit. I can hop on for a little bit. I don't know why. I'm never going to get the voice. I have a deep, booming. Yeah, you can hear it a lot easier when you first meet her, but then after you, like, talk to her enough, you don't hear it anymore. So it's like, how does she. You have to say, like, fanger. My finger. Pink. She's like, oh, that's cute. It's pink. I like purple, but pink is cute too. Pink is cute too. Yeah. It's always funnier. Oh, yeah, my one of my favorite moments of the yeah, and purple. Oh, well, there you go. Have you met Shani? But yeah, one of my favorite when we did the squad video. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but back in October of 21, I did two. One of them was lost, and I found bits of it and Legoed them together, and then shot a new intro for it with my friend Brock, who I don't know if you. Uh, Suki knows him quite well, but he's not here now. But my friend Brock and I filmed an intro for it, which actually we can watch. But so we did. Okay, well, anyway, so we did this. Before I get to that, we did this two videos. Both were streamed on Shani's channel. The second one was when I first started streaming. Like first started streaming. It was I did some test games with my PlayStation to see if it worked, because there's a share button on the controller that you press, and you can connect it to Twitch. Yay! We were just talking about you. I was just going into the thing about the, I was actually doing an impression of you, Shani, and so I was going, thank you! I was going into one of my favorite moments from the second, which was actually the first on YouTube, but the second time we did our squad, the second squad video that I edited that had Frog's, yours, and my stream all together. One of my favorite parts was... Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I know. I was supposed to get up at 4 a.m., but because my security guard license is... it expired today, and they haven't... I sent in the paperwork to get it renewed, and it's just sitting on somebody's desk or whatever. So until it's approved, I'm not allowed to go back to work. So I have surprise tomorrow off. And I was supposed to get $500 extra as like a time and a half bonus, and I'm just gonna... I'll be lucky if I get back to work within the week. But what can you do? But anyway, yeah, so getting back to what I was talking about. So in the stream, the second one we did, one of the first things I streamed, we each streamed, and then I took all 3 streams and combined them into one video and put them all on YouTube as one video that would cut between the 3 streams and stuff, or use audio from one but footage from another or whatever, right? And one of my favorite moments was Shani and I were we kept wandering away from the squad leader Frog, and we kept goofing around, and at one point I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Oh, sorry. It probably sounds like, you know, you're probably confused hearing yourself on the headpiece." And then on Shani's stream, because she was the only one with a well, no, Frog had a camera too. She goes, "Is there an echo? What is that?" It was me. Like, my impression was really bad, but she was joking that it was so good that she thought it was her that she was hearing. But it was such a bad impression that when I watched it back on all 3 different streams, I like laughed really hard. And then Frog was like, guys, come on, can we all stick together with the group, please? Yeah. But just like is there an echo? Just like and it was such a stupid impression, like absurd, like obviously not you. Dormant at the moment. Yeah, I think I had COVID more recently than she did, possibly, at this point. Not that it's a competition or anything, but... Oh, I'm drinking cream soda Pop Shop. I also have black cherry, but I wanted the cream soda one, so I drank it. But yeah, this is a Canadian... they're pretty cheap, even though they're like good quality soda. It says since 1969 on the Canadian Maple Leaf. And that's a dollop of cream, not a poop. But yeah, Pop Shop. It's spelled P-O-P, but then S-H-O-P-P-E. They're from Canada. They're a popular brand here. Yeah, my birthday, this is the highlight of my birthday. The older you get, the lamer your birthdays get, I think. Like, Meekseek lives 2.5 hours or more away. So, yeah. So, and then, yeah, most of my other friends moved away and stuff. And like I said, I didn't know I was going to get, yeah. Next year's my 40th birthday, though. I was hoping that would be more of a Foley thing where you'd hear the bonk. But, oh, you missed my...
You missed my really awesome ASMR earlier, Shani Blaze.
No, but seriously, next year is my 40th birthday, so if you guys want to do something for my birthday in person, you can start organizing it now. I'll be totally surprised. Well, I got a bird, but it's Laffy hanging with me in the bathroom. Yeah, he loves that. Oh, thank you. I knew you'd approve. um, but yeah, um, the document thing that I made up that was basically like, here's some flights and here's what it would cost to drive. Also, if you don't want to take a plane, there's a way you can get to Germany without taking a plane. There's a boat that leaves ship that leaves Texas, but it's like a weird schedule, and I don't know how. But technically, one of the ports it goes to is Hamburg, which is like I don't know, an hour and a half away from where Meekseek's town is, which I don't want to say the name of his town unless we're just you and I, because obviously online I don't think he'd appreciate that. But you know where it is anyway, technically, because you have his address. But because you mailed him stuff. Which, speaking of which, he's got a package he sent to me last month, and for weeks now it says it's been prepped to load onto a shipping container, and that was the last update that either of us got. Looking at Laffy and Pickles with his side eyes now. Ha! Yeah, Galveston. Nah, Pickles is a prankster, but I don't think she'd do that. And Laffy's too nice. He seems like, although he's loud, he likes to be the only one talking or whatever. Whenever you start to talk, he's like, "No, I want to talk." Or I don't know if he's giving you his opinion or what he's doing, but actually he's probably like, "Bathroom, let's go to the bathroom now. Hey, all the fun stuff is in the bathroom. Why are we still in the bedroom? Let's go to the bathroom." And it's like, "Laffy, shut up. I love you, but shut up." I know those birds. I hang out on your stuff too much, but that's okay. Yeah, I know. I was thinking before, especially when I thought way back that I was going to be in one of your films or whatever, that if I, and well, actually, when I initially thought I was going to go over after that wedding, I was like, man, when I meet Pickles and Lemon, it'll be like meeting celebrities. Now I'm never going to meet Lemon, sadly, but it was like, because, you know their personalities or whatever, and they have no idea who I am, so it'd be like meeting a celebrity. By the way, if you're watching this in the living room and your nephew's there, hello, Shani's nephew. Probably not, but just in case I say a four-letter word or something, probably. Um, Not that I do that a lot, but on the streams. But you never know. I do sometimes because I have it on 18 plus, so they don't hassle me over like little things like that. But yeah. Yeah, those birds though, they are funny. They have their own little personalities. Yeah, this is pretty good. Sorry, Nug of Snug, that I didn't. Sorry, Nug of Snug, that I didn't take a chug of the cherry soda. Damn it, I was close. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm glad I got to like hang out with some people on my birthday. Anyway, it was kind of nice. Frog was gonna be here, but then he was like, he just started a new job, and he's like basically falls asleep as soon as he gets home. So he said that might happen before he gets on my stream, and it looks like it did. So that he at least warned me. Yeah. So yeah, my birdies, you tight with me. Yep. Laughing Pickle Squad, we roll. We fly together. We don't say die. Don't say die. Get by together. There you go. Saved it. You all heard that. Yep. Yeah. Again, if I saw those birds, they'd be like, ah. But yeah. We fly together. We poop on heads together. Shanny's Bird Crew for like. And we have to get out of a car slowly and like stand up and straighten our backs really slowly, you know. Speaking of movies and Shanny, I was writing a movie with before you came. Da Shanny Flock, there it is. I don't know why. It must be easier to come up with clever stuff when you're typing it in chat. Because I came up with a whole bunch of names for your stuff before, but yeah, that's a good one. I like that. It's good. Good work. That's why you're the like head of the fan community. Also, it's a fan community centered around you, so it kind of wouldn't make sense otherwise. But yeah, that's how you became Actress Shandemic. Nice, man. She's on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Shan Wow is probably why I became your fan, even though you don't use it anymore. Well, first of all, I thought you were pretty darn cute, but also the pun made me laugh longer than it should have when I first saw it. And then I read the captions that you would put on all of your things, and I was like, this girl is awesome. But I was like, I'm in my 30s. And then you're like, I'm turning 30. And I was like, it's okay then. I was really lonely at that point, though. I was basically all I could do was just lay on my back with my hands above my head. So I would just like have my phone up like this on. I never was on any social, like Instagram or anything before I got the brain tumor, but then yeah, that was the only thing that I kept my sanity with. So I, unbeknownst to you, spent a lot of time with your early work, Shanny, because it was like the only thing I could do. Because yeah, and then yeah, I just started talking to you, and then here we are. Now we're like BFFs. Oh, it's okay. It's pretty much the symptom. Like I had this, the tumor came back in November, and I started taking the medication again. And for a while, I was like having really bad vertigo symptoms, but they kind of went back to normal again. Like I got used to the medication, so I only have to take one pill a week, and they're just these tiny little like grain of sand sized pills, but it's enough to like. But at once in a blue moon, actually a couple weeks ago, I had to go home. It was the first one I got since December. I don't know why. It just out of the blue, I was like, I got really sick at work and had to drive home and then sleep all day until the next day, and then I was back fine. I had a wicked headache the next day, but I was not didn't get any worse, and it got better actually as the day went by. So I worked, but 90% of the time it's fine. Occasionally I'll get it. Luckily too, most of the little vertigo spells and stuff that I've had were on my days off, coincidentally, so it didn't matter. Like with the weather and everything, I had really bad headaches and that because there's like no sunlight, so like I felt like my batteries were drained. We had the nasty Shanny. There was a storm front in Texas, and I actually saw the map. And literally, you live, let's say, here, and the storm front went whoop. Like it was like the next couple counties over from where you live was where this big storm front was coming from. So I was like, I bet she didn't even get any weird weather this week. But it went all the way up the states. All those crazy tornadoes and stuff were from the same storm front. In Ottawa, where my brother lives, everything, they got like a bad ice storm. Yeah. Yeah. On the map, I was like, that lucky girl for once. I was like, man, it's like right next to her on the satellite map. That's crazy. I don't want to say what city you live in, but it was close. It was I know enough about Texas to know where that is and where it isn't, and it wasn't there, but it was pretty darn close. Yeah. But we had a thunderstorm where I live on and off again. Was it yesterday or the day before? From 8 in the morning until like 5 at night. Like really bad thunderstorms, then it would kind of go away, and then a really bad thunderstorm, and then it would kind of go away. There's like all this footage of the CN Tower getting struck. You know what the CN Tower is, right, Shani? It's the one of the tallest buildings ever made. It's in Toronto. Whenever you see Toronto, it's that big tower, obviously, that is in all the pictures of Toronto. Oh, nipple, it missed me. Yep, autocorrect. Yeah. Is my phone becoming sentient? Is it messing with me? Oh, nope, it missed you. Okay, that's... Nipple. No! Phone! Why? Yeah, yeah. It's... Anyway, so the lightning kept hitting the CN Tower, and it looked really crazy. It looked really cool. It's viral. It's a viral video. My Google... Whenever you go on Google and it's like, the top trending stories, that's one of them for today. Was all this footage of lightning continuously hitting the CN Tower. I'm so sorry. Literally autocorrect. Yeah, that's really funny though. Oh, okay, well, I'll let it slide. No, it's funny. Look it up. Yeah. Just type in lightning hitting CN Tower or whatever. They're like YouTube shorts or TikToks or whatever. You'd think I'd be better on this Twitch thing. Well, you don't type usually, you talk. And then I type. And I'm like, you can't say that to people. Actually, Shani, you're the only moderator in the room right now, so... I had a bot in earlier, and I had to remember the typing command, because I couldn't use the regular, like, click commands for some reason, because I'm using OBS. I had to be like, what's the typing one to get rid of it? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's /ban space, and then the bot's name. Oh snap, I've got perks. I'm allowed. Yeah, well, I made you, because my first stream, I'm pretty sure you were in it, so I made you like my head mod, and then Frog came in and I made him also one of the top mods, but let's face it, he's the second mod after Shani. I'm sorry, Frog, I love you like a brother, but Shani's the top mod. Mod queen of the Canada show. That's right. Yeah. I am court jester. Yeah. Well, you got the little Amazon crown, so I think you got like F minus modding today. LOL. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, when the mods are causing the problem. No, in context, I think Twitch would be like, oh, yeah, clearly that doesn't make any sense as a sentence, so she's not trying to be, I don't know, provocative or whatever. Like I said, I got the adult mode set on, so as long as I don't show any nipples, it's probably fine. Is that how they grade in Canada too? Ooh, yes and no. I'm pretty sure. Didn't they have a weird grading system when we were in high school, Meekseek? What was it? They had the letter grades, and then they got rid of the lettered grades. Give us a thrill. Oh, all right now. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw any of my pictures from Mexico, but I have had them open. Why did I close them? Oh yeah, I think it was um, when my thing was crashing, my music and stuff. I think I closed it, but all right, let's take a look at something here. Scrolling, 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 scrolling. Oh, here we go. Here's a good. Oh no, that's a video. We don't want to watch that. I think this is a good one. I think you'll be able to. Loading. Loading. Oh, oh man, Alright. So let's take a look here. So, well, no, they had like E or like, oh, they had weird ones. It was like E or MA or like, I don't remember what they were, but I could. All right. So here's a picture of me at the beach in Mexico. Don't worry, this will make sense in a moment. So as you can see, right around this region, the hair is shaved off, right? Oh, thank you. Yeah, that hat ended up in the ocean shortly after that picture was taken, but I still have it, but it's all, in fact, hold for dramatic effect. Hold, 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 hold. Keep holding. I'm not going to hold. Hold. Are you holding? Because I'm telling you to hold. 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 Hold on. Hold. Hold. This hat fell in the ocean, and because it's like made out of glue or whatever, the salt water kind of mucked it up a bit. It's all like weird now, but yeah. So, but it's also like hard as a rock now. But that shortly after that picture was taken, this hat ended up in the sea, and I had to fish it out, and it got all like Elmer school glue in your hand, and you're like, uh-oh. But yeah, anyway, the point is, that was from, I don't know, February, like, 20-something, yes? Like, the end of February, anyway. And now, look at this. Look at it. It's like all my chest hairs, like, already, like, a forest again. Which I'm sure is why you came to this stream. I don't have to worry about being demonetized because I have to get monetized first. Although Shani got she got a HelloFresh sponsorship. Unfortunately, nobody's taken her up on it yet, which is too bad. Yeah, if they gave you something that I actually could use, I like HelloFresh. I used HelloFresh for a while. It's just I don't have time for it anymore, so it's not very practical for me. But otherwise, yeah, I'd love to. I got Shani Thirsts, and technically that's not even... That's something that you had to pay them to make up. But yeah. Yeah, she's got an offer code. If she ever decides to stream again, it pops up randomly in her chat. But yeah, I honestly think it's worth it and so good, but I just can't get it at my apartment. But my sis gets it, and I totally would. Yeah, do you remember for a while I used to post them in the food section of the Discord? I was getting to the point where they were starting to look like the pictures. I have a big stack of menus too, the cards they come on. Yeah. Yeah. At first they were pretty gnarly looking, but they tasted really good, and then they still tasted really good, but they also looked like they were supposed to look. I used to be a chef in different restaurants, believe it or not, but I don't like cooking. I did it for a job, and I was good at it, but I didn't like doing it, so I didn't keep it up. And then when I got HelloFresh, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not good at this anymore, but it still tasted good, but the presentation was not of a restaurant quality, we'll say. But yeah, then by the end, it was like, they looked like they did on the cards. And I was like, alright. And then I was like, they sent me a notice that the price was going up and stuff, and I was like, and then I was like, I got moved to a different site and stuff, so I was like, yeah, I don't really have the time for this, because they're like, it only takes 25 minutes, and then it's like, this is for 2 people, and it's like, whoa, 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 one, I'm a single person and you can't make it for one person. And two, by people, they probably, a lot of this stuff was while you're prepping this, do this. And it's like, well, I don't have the ability to be in two places at once. So clearly this is for two people to do. But I'm only a person. As you notice, there's no other, see, there's not another, this whole area right there. See, there's no one there. It's like empty because I'm the only one here. So, yeah, so it would take me like an hour or whatever to do all the meals. Whereas it was supposed to only be 25 minutes, and it's like, yeah, but I can't. I have to. Chopping alone takes forever. But you're supposed to chop, and then you throw it in the pan, and while you're chopping the next thing, and you da 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 da. But if I do that, I'll turn around and my whole stove would be engulfed in flames. So it was like, plus my stove is like old, like 50 years old probably, and sketchy, and like my smoke detector will go off even if you like say the word smoke slowly enough. Probably I don't want to try it because it's late at night. But yeah, so it was like you really had to keep an eye on everything. So I had to like I could only do one thing at a time, which was frustrating. But aside from that, it was great. I liked it. But yeah. Oh, and the cleaning. The cleaning was the thing I hated the most, actually. When I cleaned the house, I have one spot completely uncleaned. The cleaning products out because I forget about it. Yeah. Speaking of cleaning. Here's a garbage bag just hanging out in my living room. To be fair, tomorrow morning is garbage day. But, yikes, this place. This morning was like disgusting. And you know, if Shani ever comes for that surprise visit, I gotta keep the place looking nice, right, Shani? In that document that I emailed you and sent you on Discord, I told Meekseek this already, but I was basically like, nobody ever surprises me ever, or ever has. I've never had a surprise party. I've only been to one surprise party pretty much in my entire life. But that being said, if you ever want to surprise me, the way you do it is Meekseek lives in a town with an international airport. Even if the planes don't go from Texas to there, he has to drive past another international airport to get to my house. So there's two in his area. So he could... Don't you also still drive the 2005 Lincoln Zephyr, Meekseek? Or was that your brother? You both had one. One of you crashed it. I think it was Studebaker crashed his Lincoln, which is an odd sentence. 97 Continental. Oh, okay. Did your brother have a... Somebody had a Zephyr. They only made... They brought... Or Mark Zed, but... Not us. Who had a Zephyr then? Huh. Well, either way, the Continental was a nice car, too. The Zephyr was like the sleeker, sportier version. I think it had a bigger engine and it's on a different platform and more aerodynamic. But the Continental was like the luxury, what they call a town car. Lincoln has a car that they call a town car. The Continental was like too nice to be a taxi cab, but it was yeah, the Continental was their flagship Lincoln, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, yeah, so Meekseek drives a Lincoln. So, I was saying that, like, he could pick you up from the airport, and then my mom likes him. Not, like, likes him, not weird. But my mom thinks he's, like, a really good kid. So if he asked her, he could get the keys and stuff from her and so on, and, but I don't believe you'll ever do it. So, yeah. She's probably not even on anymore. She probably went to check on her nephew, actually, but whatever. Yeah, you don't have to worry, by the way. I didn't put you on the spot because I really don't think that she'd ever bother to do it. I'd be surprised if she did a regular visit, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. She wants to see Canada really bad, but there are other ways to see this fine country of ours that don't involve me. Not that it's like anything against me personally. I just don't think that. Yeah. So anyway. So yeah, so this has been a good birthday so far. I'm glad that you folks have showed up. I'll get this shirtless picture of me off of my other screen because it's weird. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. I was just saying that in my little travel thing that I made after your last stream and emailed you and sent it to you on Discord, I had a thing about, oh, birthday wish you could have streamed along with you or done mine. Yeah, well, that's okay. I just because I want to use like the gadget, I want to try the cameo feature that they introduced someday, but we got, you know, that can happen anytime. But yeah, thank you for coming. Um, yeah, it was really nice to do this and hang out with my friends. If you're still here, even if you're not, it was still nice, but you can't hear it. Um, but yeah, it was really nice to talk to you guys, and I'm glad that you came in. You just can't see me. I'll probably help your ghost knock down your curtains. Ha! Look out for us. Yeah, that was funny. Um, when I came home from Mexico, my curtains were on the floor, so I was like, I sent her a picture of it and said, "Did you send the ghost that we used to talk about back to my place because you knew I wouldn't be home?" And she was like, "Oh, you found out." Yeah, I literally the first thing when I came in my, but it was also freezing in there because I turned the heat off and it's February. So I think what happened was I know that there was a drastic temperature change while I was in Mexico. It went from +2 to like minus a lot, like 13 or more. I forget what it was, but minus something gross. And because I wasn't here, also, I just heard about it. And my pipes froze, and my curtain, I'm pretty sure because like, it, it got smaller because of the cold, it just fell off of the thing because it's spring loaded, so it like pushes itself against the window frame to like stay up, and then when it got cold, it got too small and just fell because it's been up there since like 2016. And the other one that fell was the one in the middle, which if you ever look at the picture, it's the one in the middle is higher because I put it up higher when I set it up. But yeah, actually no, it fell in 2021, I guess. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Now that I set them up in 2016, and then the first one fell in 2021 because I just come home from visiting my brother's place after he moved out, and Shani was just picking up steam with her like regular streaming schedule that she had, and so it was one of the ones where so for a while she was joking that I had a ghost. Also, there was other weird things that would happen here, like my door would open and stuff like that randomly. But yeah. If you left the alien ornament, it was probably him. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I was I thought about it afterwards, but I should have just put it somewhere in the frame, that alien, and then just like casually moved it around. But yeah, I was trying to think of some way of creeping Shani out with that thing, like if I put it in a package with her, like with stuff going to her, then she'd be like, obviously she'd be like, oh, you put it in there. But if I could somehow figure out a way to put that alien in a place that would creep her out without her knowing I did it, it would be funny. But yeah. A Nightmare on Bridge Street. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I still have it. I used to, for a while, I think it was hanging on this microphone, and then I was afraid it was gonna, because I kicked this thing all the time when I'm not streaming. So I was like, I'll swing around on the couch and my would catch it or whatever. I was like, I'm gonna break this poor little guy if I leave him there. So I took it off and put it away, and I know where it is. It's in my bedroom closet right now. Or at least, it's supposed to be. Ba, 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 ba. Anyway, sorry. Haunting of East Hill House. Huh? Do me a favor and think of all the things you're happy about and grateful for tonight. No, there's so many people who care about you. Aww. Aw, that is sweet. Thank you, Shani. What do you mean I'm crying? I'm not crying, you're crying. Shut up! Yeah. Yeah, no, that's really sweet of you, Shani. You're such a good kid. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Yeah, especially too. The silver lining is I was like, well, I can't work tomorrow because of my stupid guard license, so I'm missing out on $500 extra on my paycheck. But it did allow me to stream and hang out with my friends tonight, and also I was working on this script, which I don't know if, oh no, you can't see it. Anyway, where's the mouse? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, so I was working on that. So this is like, I hadn't worked on it. Where's the mouse? Sorry. There it is. Okay, sorry, I was like, I'm trying to come back. Yeah. Oh yeah, man, I take script writing very seriously, even if it's ones that nobody will see. It was kind of my passion back in the day, and it's something I want to get back into. So even if this doesn't get made, it's nice to do the practice. But I also watched some of Shani's movies and was like, I bet I could write one of those. So I've been writing one of those, and it has like cameos from his, not just any Shani movie, but specifically the ones that those, oh, I think they're brothers. What are their names? It's not Crumb, but it's something like that. The guys that did Lake Fear 1 and 3 and Bad Folks and Nowhere Land, and I think they did Mold. You did Mold. You were the responsible for Mold being made, but I think they were, and Malice and all those movies. Yeah. Anyway, it's like an homage to that, and it has references to all of those movies in it. Crumb, yeah. I'm sure they're brothers. I call them the Crumb Brothers, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a thing. I don't even know if they're actually brothers. It might even be one guy just using a different first name just to make it seem like it's two guys, for as far as I know. But it's like, I wanted to write something that they would be like, yeah, I can get on board with that. Or at least they'd be like, oh, wow, he's paid attention to our movies. But yeah, so I have little references and winks and nods to all your stuff, and kind of 5 Hours Till Dawn, in that my character from that movie's in it, because why the hell not? Because he was a fun character to play, and the director wanted to bring him back for that movie, but he's not really doing anything anymore. So the producer of the movie was the guy whose wedding I went to, and he was like, He's like, you should bring Bird. Even though he was responsible for Bird Dog dying in the movie, Jonathan, because he thought it was funny, because everybody liked that character, and I liked that character, so he had him die off in the movie. And then even the director was like, don't do that, that character's based on me. And then he was like, well, it's funnier if Adam gets killed by the zombies. And he was like, that's what it, if you knew the guy, you'd be like, that's actually a funny impression of him. I do that impression to him all the time, and he always laughs, and then he's always like, well, actually, the history of Japan started in 1873. Like, you know, he does it back to me, like an impression of me, so, but, anyway, Historian of Shanny Cinematic Universe. Yeah, well, I just watched them all, so, and I remember them, so that just, it's like, oh, I could put a reference to this movie. Oh, actually, this reminds me of this, so this is, and this person can be playing, because the same actors are in all the movies too. It's not just Shanny, right? So it's like, all right, well, we'll have Remington in it because the actor that plays him is in like that character name from that actor is in 3 different movies that I can think of. So I was like, by the way, since you're here, is Malice a sequel to Lake Fear or no? Because it is, right? It's, or am I not supposed to have seen it yet? In which case, edit this part out. Yeah, I thought so. But I was like, oh wait, I saw a screener and I don't know if I was supposed to see that. Oh well, I mean, I'm using it for business purposes, kind of. It's not a review, but it's another movie in this series, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, well, he's got the same character. There's like a lot of stuff that happened in the 2 Lake Fear movies. Lake Fear 2 is, yeah, I know. It was like something at the lake or whatever. I almost want to see it just to see if this, but yeah, the studio just used the name. And then, yeah, they got I don't know, but yeah, his character name in Lake Fear is the same as it is in Malice. And it's in a cabin, but that's always a thing, on the lake. And his mother was possessed. I'm pretty sure they mentioned the goldfish in the third one. I don't think it was a thing in the first one, but it was in the third one. So yeah. Yeah, I know. Obviously, you're not Revel or Jordan. But, yeah, no, I know. But, yeah. My favorite thing about Lake Fear 3 was the fact that you're, like, handing out missing posters. And if the camera gets it just right, you can see the missing sister is like a headshot or whatever of you from the era when you had the brown hair, and it might even be a screen grab or whatever of Lake Fear 1. I was like, her sister's, and I think it even says Jordan on the poster if I remember, and I was like, her sister is her. Oh, but then there's no payoff to that, so that was partly why I wanted to make this movie, just so we could resolve that story thread, even though I had to, like, yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, I think, I'm pretty sure it was from Lake Fear 1, because I had just seen Lake Fear 1 not too long before I saw Lake Fear 3 for the first time. It was like, hey, that's a nice touch. But it's like, you have to look really carefully to catch that. But I caught it, because I'm awesome. Yeah, well, movies were my life for many years, for like a decade. And I got like disillusioned and out of it. And then I got a brain tumor, and I was like, oh, right, I guess I'm not as old as I thought. And if I get better, I should. And now, so then I was like obsessed with getting back into it. And now it's just a matter of trying to figure that out. But although my friend is building, no, you don't know. My friend is building a podcast studio, and he has a documentary company. So him and I in 2021 did all the pre-production for an automobile series documentary, 8 series documentary, uh, and we got pretty far in it, but because COVID was still bad in 2021, we couldn't arrange for like the interviews, and also the actual cars are in museums, and the museums didn't want to let us in there because there was a global pandemic going around, and they didn't want us to make them sick or make the cars have germs on them, I guess, or whatever. So we couldn't do it. And then we were gonna do it last year, and then just he got busy, and then I was trying to like work 60 hours a week to save up for that Mexico trip. But now he's like, yeah, it's still on, and I'm like, yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. But yeah, but I'm saving up my money, and I want to do a trip with like Frog or Shani or somebody. But maybe if that doesn't work out, I could probably do the documentary instead. Although his company is supposed to pay it for company expenses, all the travel and everything anyway, so who knows? Maybe that'll be my way into the film industry, though. I also liked making documentaries too. I prefer making movies, but documentaries I was good at. In fact, I had the best grades for the documentaries when I was in like the film school. Uh, but nobody gave a rat's about the documentaries. But I liked them, and everybody said I should be a documentary filmmaker because that was what I was best at. But it wasn't really what I wanted to do. But I do like doing them, and I am good at it. So maybe. He literally has the strongest supporters. Yeah, I'm so proud it will work out. This is making me feel really good on my birthday, you guys. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, she did watch it because I don't know if you remember it. Yeah. Literally, it was the best surprise ever. I had no idea. Yeah, I sent her the one where it goes into a tribute with the yearbook footage at the end, which I did not post on YouTube because A, the music was copyrighted, and B, I had to blur out everybody's face that's around us in all those pictures, and I didn't want to do that. So I was like, yeah, this will be for friends and family and stuff. So I showed Shani, and then when like a month or two later when she got around to watching it, she was like, oh, that's really good. Yeah. Yeah, well, it was a nice moment. I don't know. It inspired me to be creative and stuff, and I thought I kind of I don't know, it popped into my head to do it while I was watching it, so I was like, yeah. Again, if it wasn't for the fact that I have to edit it like crazy, I was debating putting it on YouTube, but again, the Pearl Jam song and stuff, I'm like, they are usually pretty chill. I back in the day used Pearl Jam for like an actual like Pearl Jam for something, and instead of a copyright strike, I got Sony ads on all my videos for that one, and they basically sent me a thing to be like, yeah, we know you did this, but just don't make any money off of it, and we're square. And I was like, cool. And then I was doing a film review and needed to use footage of Band of Brothers for a review, so it was under fair use, whereas the Pearl Jam one wasn't. But this was under fair use, and HBO like blocked the video and made me take it down. And it was like, but fair use. And then YouTube was like, nope, if they object to it, you have to take it down or we'll take the channel down. So I was like, why doesn't anybody there know what fair use is? It's literally for a review, and I have to lose the whole review because the thing we're talking about in the review doesn't make any sense if you don't see the scene, but whatever. That's, yeah, that was pretty much why my YouTube career never got off the. Plus, my camera. The reason that I retired my old camera because it used mini DV tapes, and those are like, one, those they don't make them anymore, and two, they're standard def, and three, it's like a pain in the ass to get. I had to plug my camera into the PC, and it was really hard to get the PC to see the camera to get the footage, so to digitize it. So, like, yeah. So I was like, yeah, that's. I think it's time to retire that camera. But when I back in the, I got a lot of use out of it. But I got a lot of use out of it when it was still a relevant piece of technology. Well, not really. It was probably already on the way out, but it was still, and I would go to like flea markets and stuff and buy tapes. So I did keep it going for a little while longer than most people. Although you could still get, the college still had prosumer Sony XD cameras with the mini DV tapes in them. So I guess they still made them in the high-end cameras too, but mine wasn't. It was just a little Canon or Panasonic or something, but yeah. Anyway, I need a new camera. This one is okay, but it's got its limitations. It doesn't have focus or whatever. It's a good starting camera, but it would be nice to move around. I'd like to do the occasional episode where my film, like sitting in that corner with my film collection, but none of the cords or anything will reach. So I don't do that because I don't have a way of setting that up at the moment. Or over in the corner over there where my cast cars are. You know, or different places. I also thought about occasionally setting it up on that couch, but that couch, there's no good scenery. The blanket on the couch is the main attraction there. So this, you get the movies, and if you tilt it a bit, you get the old-fashioned shutter windows and stuff. So it's more interesting from here. But in the when I've done stuff during the day, it's like a giant spotlight behind me. You can't see me, so maybe I should do it for day shoots. But yeah. Okay, well, thank you for coming by. Sorry about that, Shani. I got sidetracked. But thank you if you're still here for stopping by. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm gonna use my unscheduled days off to work on this script. And yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll get to actually make the thing. But yeah, it really was nice to hang out with you guys because I didn't really do any. I went to lunch with my mom, but I can do that like anytime. So it was nice to have like, you know, hang out with my friends and stuff. So I'm glad that you came. Thank you. And hope I didn't make you neglect your nephew too much or whatever. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Meekseek, are you planning on staying on, or are you gonna head to bed too? It's kind of getting up there, I guess. It's 10:41, so thank you, and yeah, thank you for stopping by and wishing me happy birthday and all the very sweet words. And it was nice to see Suki Ninja, who again I knew it was him, but I was like, then I was like, well. But the fact that that's kind of happened twice now is crazy. I guess the thing to do is to, like, be one of my friends from the past and then pretend to be somebody else and then trick me. Also, for me to focus on good things you're happy about and grateful for, even if it's little things, and always remember, yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Yep, I'm gonna keep streaming. I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to go to. Yeah, I'm still on. Like I said, after this, I was just gonna write more of the script, and try to get it done. Hey, Nugga Snug is still here. You're welcome. I can't. Yeah, sure thing. And since I don't have to go to bed early or whatever, and even if I did, yeah, you know, if you ever need anything, you've got like many ways of reaching out to me, Shani. So, and you have before, but yeah, don't forget if you ever want to talk or whatever, I'm here too. It goes both ways. You're welcome. But if not, you'll have a wonderful night. You know, better give Canada's kisses for me. Yeah, Meekseek at least. I see him from time to time in person. So Meekseek and I have been friends since 1999, if you can believe it, Shani. Yeah. Anyway, good night. Yeah. Don't kiss him in person. Yeah, it's a little awkward. Dang, that's a long time. Yeah, I know. It occurred to me the other day, and I was like, that can't be right. And then I looked at the yearbooks. It probably was when I was looking at the yearbooks, like, oh crap, we've known each other for like a year longer than this century has been going on. Yeah, it's been 24 years, which is yeah, very progressive of you, Shani. Good save. What am I telling you all to do? Yeah. You just get a picture. I'll just text you a picture of me, like, and him, like, kissing me on the cheek or something. This camera, I'm barely in the shot here. I'm telling you all to come. Oh, boy. My job. Shani out. Oh, you kids crack me up. Even though, yeah, we're not that far in age. Shut up. Yeah. I wish you didn't have to get off. Yeah. Where do you get off? Yeah, well, I mean, we'll hang out on a future stream, I'm sure. Maybe, well, I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but I was going to say maybe when I get Nico's package, we could do a joint thing, but you've already opened yours, so there wouldn't really be any, other than eye candy for viewer ratings, there wouldn't really be any point of having you on, I suppose, other than in chat, if unless you wanted to, which is cool. I just want to try that feature out, see how it works. But yeah, okay, I'll probably actually be on after my shower, I bet, if you're still here. But don't wait up for me just in case. But I bet I won't be able to sleep. Yeah, I take my work schedule is so weird. Starting off at 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sometimes it'll be one day, sometimes it'll be like 4 days or whatever. Then switching to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. It's like, and it's different days of the week that I work. So I work a week on, and then I have like 4 or 5 days off, and then I work, and then I have like, so it's my sleep schedule is like all over the shop. So I usually have to put 2 quick dissolve melatonin tabs under my tongue before I go to bed, just so I can fall asleep properly. And then it works for about an hour or two, and then I'm like, so yeah. I hear ya. Or read you? Loud and clear? I guess that makes more sense. Those really do help. I barely use them though. But yeah. Yeah, you're not supposed to use them a lot. It's like, if you're using this more than a month, consult a doctor and stop using these because it's not good for you past a certain point. I'm like, well, I don't use them unless I have to, but I usually, because my brain is like, well, when are we supposed to sleep? And I'm like, now? Can you do it now? But yeah, maybe talk y'all later. If you always tell me. Yeah, for sure. And not the best part is, although you'll drop it and break your phone, but I was gonna say, you don't have to worry. You can still hang out on the stream while you're taking your bath if you really want. But again, uh-oh. uh, because nobody can see you is my point. But yeah. Circadian rhythm. Yeah, constant. I've read about it. I'm not certain. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's even on the labels what you're talking about, Shani. Yeah. Yeah, I've been, well, because my shower was broken too, but because of Shani, I kind of started taking baths. But also, yeah, you get home and your joints ache and stuff, and you're like, ah. Sometimes it's nice to just like. Also, sometimes it would help me sleep, getting into a warm bath or whatever, and then like drying off and going to bed. But yeah, um, why was I talking about that? Oh yeah, so I started bringing my phone in, but I'm always super paranoid that I'll drop it. But so far, it's a lot better too with wireless earbuds, so I don't have to worry about the cable snagging on anything because there isn't one. So I got the Raycon earbuds because apparently I do. It's a wonder I don't have a Casper mattress, you know. And then I have the big three: the HelloFresh, the Raycon earbuds, and the. But yeah, I will. You just won't be able to hear me, but I'll have you on. And then if you're still on, I'll pop back on my headset. That was my plan anyway. Bads rock. Oh my god. Next I will get you in cold baths. Just trust me. That's the next phase in the Shanny cult. Oh no. Yeah. You'll be like, oh, nice to meet you in person. Are you pouring a bucket of ice cubes into the bath? Why are you doing that? No reason, Canadace. Just deliberately being creepy. Canadace Dan Wright wishes you a very happy birthday. We were just talking about Dan Wright because he was the reason I went through this goth phase. See that, Shani? I'm the one in the black, which you can't see because it's too... But yeah. I'll try to get you a better version of that picture, but yeah. He was trying to join us on Twitch, but messed up his account. Oh, that's too bad. But we were just He locked himself out. Oh, but yeah, he was like a cool goth, and I tried to be and failed and quit being a goth after a few months because I just was lame, and I knew I was lame. So I was like, I like this culture, but I'm ruining it, so I stopped doing it. But yeah, he was a goth for a good number of years, and then by the end of high school, he was like super clean cut. So there you go. Yeah, tell him I said hi. Him and his brother Peter, both of them were like my two guys I really looked up to in high school. I haven't talked to them since high school, I don't think. Maybe on Facebook here and there, but yeah, I haven't seen them in person, I don't think, in 20 years. Oh! Yeah. Went through an emo phase. Yeah, I know. I know. We've talked about this, I'm sure, Shani, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that might... But yeah. Got a goth in your soul, and it's hard, yeah. Yeah, the only remnant is that I'm a really big Susie and the Banshees fan, but that's pretty much the only thing. Once in a while, I still rock the goth. Actually, didn't I leave a comment on one of your things about my goth phase? I'm pretty sure I did, because you had some kind of goth look going on, and I was like, oh, man. It's like, early 2000s Adam is like, approves or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah. This poor hat. They were like, oh, well, if you get it wet again, you might be able to mold it back, and I'm nervous to do that, but maybe. But I don't know, the curly thing looks goofy, but it kind of gives it character. Also, the story behind how it got so messed up is, like, good. I got slingshotted out of a kayak. Like, it was open top, and the wave came up behind it, went like that. And I was on it, and I went, ah! Splash! It was hilarious. Good thing I know how to swim. But then again, the wave came up under me, and I was like, ah! on the top of the wave, shoulders up. And it was just like throwing me around like the woman from Jaws on top of this wave, and I'm just like, oh, this is crazy. And then I got deposited, and then I had to swim after the oars, and then I had to go and grab the hat, and the boat was like heading on its way to the South Pacific, so I had to grab that. Yeah, it was fun times. It was a good story. Graduated in 2003. Yep. Dyed my hair black when I was 16. Yeah, you had such dark hair. I couldn't tell. um, that was when you were in Bye Bye Birdie, probably, right? Dyed my hair dark blue. Yeah, when I went through, so I dyed my hair that color twice. Once in that picture when it was spiked, and then when I had long hair, I tried to dye it blue, but you could only tell it was blue when the light hit it a certain way. Oh wait, that's Shani saying that. Yeah, yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, Meekseek has really dark hair, so I was like, why did you dye your hair black? Oh wait, no, he did. Okay, yeah, no, sorry, I got my conversation mixed up. He did, but yeah, his hair was always pretty dark. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna go shower. BRB. I'll stay here. Night, Shani. Thank you for all the kind words and everything. All right, she's gone now. She's probably like, I'm just gonna stay on to see if they all talk about me. I don't know what part of the South I'm from, apparently. I'm not good with it. I'm surprised that I went a whole episode without doing my Nico impression. Canada's, it's not a very good impression. I don't sound like that at all. In fact, it's the worst impression I've ever heard. No, I think everyone agrees you sound exactly like that. Well, that's ludicrous. uh, words, but don't be wrong. No. Well, I thought, Shani, you were in earlier because there was an extra person, so I was like joking about talking about you behind your back, but I was like, if she comes in and we're talking about her behind her back, it's just gonna be like nice things anyway. She's so pretty. Oh no, you heard that? I don't want you to get a big head or anything, you know. Still here, but if not, good night. Happy birthday. Aw. Couldn't get myself to get off the stream. Yeah, no, I know. No. I like even people that are like, well, I don't know, and they would see her because, and then after like 2 minutes, we're like, oh no, she's on the level. Okay, okay, I'm going for real. Bye bye, guys. Talk soon. Yep, I'll believe it when I see it now. Just keep an eye on that viewer count. If it gets below 3. Bye bye, Shani. Thank goodness that's not one of the songs in the movie. Or in the play, I mean, only in the movie. Oh, man. They made a reference to that in um, the show, the first season of Mad Men. They talked about Bye Bye Birdie, and they like had a running thing about how like crap the actress in the movie was at singing, and they were like, man, the Broadway play is so much better than this. But yeah, and the movie was like lame, which it was. And they were like, that girl couldn't sing or anything, and they were making fun of her the whole episode. And I was like, it's true. Yeah. That show was good for the first few seasons, but then it goes off the rails, and I didn't like... You know that I don't know if the people complained because they had the one episode of The Simpsons where Principal Skinner was like not Principal Skinner the whole time, and it was like there was actually like another guy named Seymour Skinner, and then in the Vietnam War they switched identities or whatever. Anyway, they did basically that plot in Mad Men, and it was still really popular after that, but that's basically when I kind of started to lose the thread of it, and I just got less and less interested in it as it went along, and then I just stopped watching it. So then occasionally I would be curious, like, I wonder how it ended, but other than that, I didn't really care because the show was kind of getting further and further away from the premise as it went along, so I was like, eh. But it was a good show. It was like I said. Whoop, sorry. Just hold the springs. The first few seasons were interesting because, yeah, it was like what it would have been like to be at an actual ad agency in the early '60s. So it was fascinating because I didn't live through that to see it, and it was like a really like realistic portrayal of what it would have been like, because the guy that created the show was an advertiser in that era of the '60s, the early '60s. But then they got like weirder and weirder, and yeah, I don't know. So anyway, all right. Well, so yeah, this has been a pretty good stream so far. I'm glad that I came on here actually because. Oh yeah, Mister. Oh, stay on. Don't go off yet. Oh, and then. Well, I better go to bed. You're getting older there, Meeksy. Trying to stall you because Dan was trying to get on. Oh, yeah, that's too bad. Then again, would he have played the whole like? Yeah, I wonder what happened. Just got the wrong password too many times or something. Who knows? But yeah, I wonder what clever ruse he would have come up with. And then I'd have to figure out, yeah. Then I'd have to figure out what his identity was, and then be like, what? It was Dan Wright all along. But yeah, was it a coincidence that he came on, or was it because I mentioned him that you were like, hey Dan, Shaughnessy's talking about you? Hello, Dan, are you there? No, I sent a message when you started streaming. Oh, okay. So it's just a coincidence then. Wait a minute. Yeah. So obviously you're still in touch with him. Where? Well, you can't really tell me. um. Yeah, you'll have to tell me where. Like, I don't know him. Like I said, him and Peter, I was pretty good friends with all of high school. Um. But yeah, then once we graduated, it was like, well, see ya. Then I never saw them again. But yeah, yeah, him and Valerie got married. I'm pretty sure. Which is, uh, I'm assuming they're still married. I think, were a pretty loving couple. she certainly straightened him out anyway, because he was a little bit too much of a rebellious teenager for his own good. And then when he started dating her, she was like, basically, I don't know if verbatim, but she was metaphorically like, you know, you don't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be this way, kind of. And then he was like, you're right, I am miserable all the time. And then yeah. So she was good for him. And for what I can tell, he still was on the straight and narrow. But again, I followed them on Facebook and stuff, but I don't even go on Facebook anymore, and even I don't know that they do necessarily either, but yeah. Don't think he's on Facebook anymore. Yeah, I know. I'm barely on it. Like you like Messenger, which is just private messages, nice. But I don't like if I scroll too long on somebody's wall, it's inevitable that I'll see something that'll like piss me off. So I try to quickly go on, quickly go off. Certain people, I'm curious what they're up to or whatever. I posted on Instagram a lot for the Mexico trip, and then I checked because it also posted on Facebook and that. I checked to see what family members and different people were saying, so it didn't look like I was ghosting them or whatever. And then, yeah, that was basically it. I try to keep my interactions on there to a minimum these days. And it doesn't interest me anymore, really. I mean, obviously I got off of it by choice. Wasn't like, oh, I need to get... It was more like, I just got more and more fed up with BS, and then found out that they actually want you to get mad because people engage with it more when they're mad. But it didn't work with me. It did the opposite. I just got sick of it and quit going, and then it would be longer and longer stretches until finally I was like, yeah, I don't need this. Yeah, I sent him a message when I don't think you guys can connect on Instagram. Yeah, same here. Yeah, exactly. So, but anyway, tell him it was nice to talk to him. Do you have my? I don't know. You have my phone number, don't you? If you don't, you're about to. Because if you wanted to, you could pass that along to him. If that's the easier way to do it, so. Oh, friggin' Shani. I sent her a care package once. And, actually, I think I might have the video where I can get to it quick. But, where is that? I think that's actually... Yeah.
Alright, so here we go. I can't wait to read this.
Stop. So I sent her a care package once, and I put in different spots, don't broadcast, be careful, don't broadcast this part or whatever, right? Oh yeah, sorry. Well, real quick here. This is only like a few minutes. Not even, probably, but... Yeah, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Yeah.
Alright, so here we go. I can't wait to read this. Okay, this is from Candace. Make a great... Wait. I think this would make a great... The power went out at this point for over 3 hours, and it was pitch black, and I couldn't... You think this would make a great... The power went out. and you couldn't see. Okay, that's funny. Okay, hold on. I gotta show you all that.
She kept playing,
Where
putting
is
my
it on
address
the-
up
okay,
on
right
and
there.
phone number and everything up
Power
on
went
screen.
out. So we had to like pause.
But I shouldn't have put
Okay,
it
that's
there. I
pretty
should have
funny.
put it in a more clever spot.
Please let me know your thoughts. Talk to you soon, Channy. Love your BFF from Canada. And then, oh, I love that. That's the little signature. Oh, it's little to me, but that's good. It's the signature. You see it?
Uh,
That's so sweet. Adam Diekman. Oh crap! I'm so sorry.
What a goof.
Off, but I've tested negative for COVID 3 times, so I'm fine. Okay, so let me continue on it with this page, or this is where I'm at right now. That was all that. Do I reread it? I'm gonna reread it. I am literally an idiot. Like, why did I show that? The thing is, I didn't even like think about it. So why would I have even done that?
She kept showing it.
Sponsor me, cheesies. No, that's freaking good. No, I love those. Okay, since you don't have much time, I'm going to keep going. Okay, Royal Canadian Air Force Women. This is what Canada said. Right, we're reading right here. Royal Canadian Air Force Women's shirt and hat. Separate package. I saw these...
Yeah. Oh, what a... Yeah, what a goofball. But it's something I can see myself doing. But yeah, so on that note, I'll let you get to bed. But that always... Like, she was so upset, and she, I think, phoned me or something after. Like, she never did that, but she was so upset, and I was like... I was laughing very hard when you were doing that. I don't even care, you know? But, yeah, so then I was like... She, at one point, was... for a brief period putting her stuff up on YouTube. So it's like, if you... But she was like, I won't put that one up, though, because your address and everything is in it. And I was like, well, I can do a censored thing for it, and then you can just edit them in. And I didn't want to do the whole video, because I was like... It was like a 3-hour stream or whatever. So I just was like... Yeah, so I made that for her to do, and then she didn't end up using it anyway, but I thought it was funny. But anyway, yeah, so on that happy note, now that my hair is all matted down and makes me look even more bald than usual, yeah, thanks for the birthday wishes and everything, and for stopping by, and give Mr. Wright my regards. Yeah, I did send you that. Okay. And, yeah, thank you very much. Have a great evening. I'm wide awake now, so I think I will continue working on my screenplay. And, yeah. We'll see. I don't know if anything will become of it, but hopefully. I tried writing horror movies before, and Shani was always like, yeah, these are okay, but they're not scary at all. I'm like, I can't do horror. It's like my Achilles heel. She's like, these are decent comedies and stuff, but they're not scary. And I'm like, I don't know how to do scary. But then after watching their movies, I'm like, well, their movies aren't super scary. Anyway, they just suddenly, they'll be like, hey, I'm a normal guy, ah, I'm a demon, like zombie thing, ah, and then, and then like, weird body horror where they have like razor blades and stuff all on them, and they're like, give me a hug, and then the people will be like tied to a chair or whatever, like, no, and they'll like give them a hug and they're covered in razor blades, so the people are like, ah! Yeah, so that's their idea of horror. So I'm like, well, that's not scary, that's just like, it's so ludicrous though. It's not even like, can you imagine it happening to you? No, because a person covered in razor blades isn't gonna come and give me a hug, so I'm fine. But yeah. But yeah, it's still, they're fun. Her movies are fun, though I don't care. And so I was like, I want to write one now and be in it. But yeah, anyway, yeah, thank you very much for the birthday wishes again. And thanks for swinging by. And it was great to talk to you and to Nug of Snug and Shani Plays and Suki Ninja and Studebaker Hotch and anyone I may have missed or forgotten. So, thank you very much. Peace. I don't know if he's waiting for me to end this or not. I'm going to finish my drink is what I'm going to do. Alright, that's kind of silly. I doubt anyone's coming in the interim, but just in case. Just for the people watching the VOD or something, I thought about sending these to Texas too, but the thing about pop, especially like, they tend to explode because they put, when they UPS or whatever, put them in a plane in a depressurized cabin, and they just like, that's what happened to the Coca-Cola. I tried to, the Canadian maple Coca-Cola, only like 2 of the 6 or whatever survived, so. Alright. Okay, well, thank everyone for coming and making me have a good birthday, even though I was kind of a little crotchety because of missing work. But I'm going to make the best of it and do something fun in the time I was supposed to work instead. So I may not make as much money, but I'll feel like I got something done anyway. So thank you very much, and have a great night and everything. And until next time, you kids have fun now. Okay, bye. Oh, this time, bye. Oh, still recording? Okay, this time, bye.